Ooh, look at that quality pour right there. Yeah. By the way, not sponsored. Not sponsored at all. I probably should say that before the rest of the video happened. Also, don't question what I'm doing. Don't question why I'm here in a robe with Sprite Cranberry. This made more sense in my head before I did this. Just go with it, please. Hello everyone, Bomberman there for the win here, and Smash Bros. Ultimate came out today, and people already have the game. But since this is pre-recorded, I do not. But hey, while I wait for the game for the next, what is this, 24 hours? I got like 24 hours left. Why not wait through the game by talking about everything that's happened so far in the past 9 months. This intro was going to be so much better. I was going to plan everything through or not, but no, this is my intro now. Even if I want to do a retake, there's no retakes in life. So, here we go. Here's the whole prehistory of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Let's begin. Starting things off on March 8th, it was the second direct this year, or after the mini direct back in January. So, yeah, it was just a normal direct, everything ran its course, everything was normal. But then at the very end, there was that one last thing that they always give at every Nintendo Direct. And that one last thing, it was just Splatoon at first, which was really confusing because literally 30 seconds ago they were just talking about Splatoon. And no one was understanding what was happening. Maybe we were thinking, ooh, maybe they're going to show some DLC thing or something. Oh, why is the Inkling standing there? Oh, why is it zooming in on our eye? What the? Oh my, what? I'm okay. I actually hurt my lungs. Ow. Now, we didn't actually see any footage of the game or anything about the game. All we got was that one clip showing the Inklings, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Link, and then Mario. And then we just saw 2018. That's all we knew about this game. We didn't know when it was coming out in 2018, or anything. Just 2018 Smash Bros. That's all we knew, and that's all we needed. And that also just rose the question, since we didn't get any information. Is this a new game or a port? Because no one knew at this time, if it was new or a port. A lot of people suspected it was going to be a new game since there's the Breath of the Wild Link, which they feel like they wouldn't just change Link's appearance if it's just a port. So, yeah, people suspected it was just a new game, or maybe a half-new, half-port kind of thing. So, yeah, that was kind of that. But also another question, now that Smash was going to be a thing, what is the roster going to be like? Now, people have been speculating for years and stuff. All the generic ones like, oh, we want Geno. Oh, we want King K. Rool. Oh, we want Ridley. All that basic stuff. But, yeah. But one big thing that people were always concerned about, who was going to be removed? Because it's kind of a tradition now. A couple characters get removed and a bunch of new ones get put into the games. So everyone was wondering who's going to be removed, who's going to stay. No one knew. Well, no one knew until June 12th, I believe the last few days of E3 that was, and it was Nintendo's presentation. And now, ignoring Nintendo's overall presentation aside, it wasn't that good. We only got one main thing there, and that was Smash Bros. And, guys, people were worrying so much. Is it new or a port? People were wanting new, but it could be a port. It was a new game. We all could tell just from the second of looking at it. But all those roster problems of who's going to be removed, all the problems are gone. Everyone is here. Everyone. Every single character. Not just from Smash 4, not just from Brawl. Melee. Some Melee characters. Freaking Young Link, Pichu are back. Yep. Why? Why are they back? No one knows why. They're back though. It was a giant rush of relief also for a bunch of people that were scared their characters are going to be removed. Which is probably why Sakurai did this. He doesn't want any characters to go away. He doesn't want people just to not like the game because one of the characters they wanted to play were gone. Because people probably complained about that before, and, he didn't want to upset people. So that was pretty awesome seeing that. Also, he announced the existence of Echo Fighters, which was a smart move on his plan. or his play, I guess, however you want to say that, because there's a lot of characters people have wanted, but they're way too similar for other, and then with other characters that, it just wouldn't make sense to have both of them in the game. Of course, that didn't stop him for some characters like Dr. Mario or freaking Lucina, but most characters, it just didn't make sense to have them and another character in the game. So he made Echo Fighters, basically saying, yeah, these are just copies of other characters. What about it? So that was the thing. He also showed Daisy off as a new Echo Fighter, just to show the concept, I guess, of what an Echo Fighter is supposed to be like. And then right when all of that was ending, one more character, one little cutscene, it showed Samus, Mario, and Mega Man walking across a straight hallway, or a straight path. No one suspected anything. Well, a couple people suspected something. Out of nowhere, Mario dies, Mega Man dies, and then, right out of Samus's glass on freaking head, Ridley. Freaking Ridley. Who the heck saw that coming? No one people's minds were blown. I remember myself. I was freaking in, class during then, and me and my friends were just kind of watching the direct on a phone. We freaked out so much because I think everyone's already gotten with the concept of Ridley will never be in Smash. He's way too big or something, because that's always Sakurai's excuse there, but no, he was in the game. Ridley was now a playable character. That was the most surprising thing, and it really solidified for us this will be the ultimate Smash Brothers, which ironically was its name, Smash Bros. Ultimate. But it was going to be the ultimate Smash Bros., the best one they have ever made. And also, since this was E3, there was a couple of demos where people started playing Ridley, and a couple of new characters like Pichu and Young Link. Well, they're not new, but, new again. They're brought back. Oh, yeah, Snake was brought back also. I'm pretty sure people were pretty happy about that. But anyway, so people got to play the game for the first time, test out the controls and all that stuff, so that was pretty cool. But then after that, we just had to wait a couple of months until another Direct came out, which happened, I believe, August 8th. I don't say I believe. I have a script right here that says August 8th. Okay, it happened on August 8th, everyone. So, yeah, it was a Smash Direct, and they started off strong, showing Simon Belmont, a character a lot of people believed wouldn't be in the game because of Konami themselves, and, no one likes Konami for some reason. I actually don't know what Konami's done. I could probably look that up later, but nah, not important. So anyway, Simon Belmont and Richter were put into the game. Two Castlevania characters that apparently a lot of people wanted. I don't actually know anything about Castlevania, so I can't tell you how important they are. But anyway, so they were in there. Richter was an Echo Fighter, Simon, but, they were still in there. And then he showed off two more Echo Fighters, Dark Samus and Chrom, which Chrom I know was a very popular character people wanted to get in. Dark Samus, I don't know how popular Dark Samus was. Definitely not popular, overall. I know a majority of people probably don't even know who Dark Samus is. But just, I know a wide Metroid fan base probably wanted Dark Samus. Which also spoke a lot about Sakurai's mentality with this. He's not just giving characters that he wants in the game completely. He's also making sure these are characters everyone want. What the fans want. I mean, he's already shown this with, the Smash Ballot last time for all the DLC. But Dark Samus is such a random character. Sure, now he has Echo Fighters, so maybe that's why. But, come on. Who really cares about Dark Samus? It's not going to make the game more popular to bring more people in. The Metroid fan base is only a small fraction of all Nintendo. So, he wasn't doing this to bring people in. I believe he was doing this to make the fans of Metroid happy. The small fan base, but it is a powerful fan base. Anyway, so he did that, and further on at Direct, he really solidified how this is going to be the ultimate Smash Brothers. he already showed all the stages are coming back, refined and looking beautiful. I believe there are 300 stages. And then he showed off 800 songs. 800. That is freaking ginormous. And also just showing off all these customization things. Like, there's just so freaking many. I don't even know why he put some of them in there. But just, well, I mean, I know why. He wanted to make this the ultimate game. Just the best game he could possibly make it. You know, just if someone wants to play this way, oh, you don't want percentages, you just want to die with health. Like, you want to have health? Oh, yeah, sure. No, put that in there. Sure, that just goes over. That just removes everything I've been doing for the past 4 games. But no, you wanted it? Here, have it. You know, it's just. Sakurai has been trying so hard to make this the best game possible for anyone to play. And just seeing this direct really solidified that. And solidified it even more at the end of the direct. One more character. Another character announced. And guess what that character was? King DDD. Nah, I'm kidding. King K. Rool. King K. Rool was in the game. A character people wanted so badly. It was mind-blowing. Like, once again, I was just kind of looking at the direct on my phone. I was sitting in a car during this. I was sitting in a car ride since I was on vacation. I freaked out inside the car. I'm pretty sure my family were really concerned for me, but I was freaking out because I doubted King K. Rool would ever be in the game because it was just the most obscure character from the Donkey Kong series. I'm like, why? Why would they put him in? It's so random, so insignificant, but he put him in because, once again, it's not what will drag people in, it's what people want. If everyone wants King K. Rool, bring him in. You know, people wanted him. Here, have him. So, it was just becoming even stronger and stronger. This will be the ultimate Smash Brothers. So, that all happened, and then once again, we had to wait another month. For September 13th, it was a normal direct. It wasn't a Smash direct this time. So everything went like normal, you know, all the basic stuff. You know, just like showing off thing after thing. And then at the very end, once again, one more thing. It showed Isabelle off in this whole little place. She was talking to herself and all that stuff. And she gets a little letter from our favorite bird, Pete. I don't actually know what kind of bird he is. I think he's like a pelican or something. Just ignore that. So he gives him a little slip of mail, and guess what? Isabelle's in Smash! Oh yeah, also there's a new Animal Crossing, but that's not important. Isabelle's in Smash! Friggin', that was also another mind-blowing thing. I actually have my reaction to the direct. I mean, here, I'll just put in the little eye icon in the corner or something. Just click on that and watch it, I guess. But, like, I had my reaction to it. I also flipped. I freaked out because I never thought that would happen either. Once again, people wanted Isabelle. I don't think as many as, like, King K. Rool or Ridley, but people wanted her. And they brought her in. It was just mind-blowing to me. Like, the more and more they put characters in, I'm thinking, like, Sakurai, like, you're listening to us. This has never happened. Like, once again, the Smash Ballot thing, but, like, still, that was kind of a train wreck. People were just asking for Shrek and Goku over and over again, but, but, like, now just he's putting in all the characters we've been wanting, and it's just, it was so mind-blowing that he listened. Because usually, I have always noticed, like, a giant gap between Nintendo and the fans. You know, Nintendo never really listens to what the fans want. They do what they want to do. Like, of course, if the fans want a sequel or something, of course they'll bring a sequel like that. You know, more money for them, why not? But, like, they've never really listened to us. But Sakurai did something that was just mind-blowing to us. He's listening. He heard we wanted these characters, and he just put them in. It was the most mind-blowing thing. Also, the same day, September 13th, Now, some people probably won't think this is really Smash important, but I don't know. I felt like this was important enough to put in here because this was very important to me, and like a lot of people saw this, and a lot of people found this important too. So I'm just gonna put this in because I feel like this is important. So, anyways, at the end of September 13th, after the direct, there was the guy on Twitter named Ed Spooky Woobler, also known as Chris Taylor. And he was tweeting about how good Ultimate looks, but he was afraid he'll never be able to play it since he was already bedridden with cancer by that time, and he didn't think he could make it till December. So that happened. He got a lot of attention at first. I believe even Etika saw it, and I think he retweeted and stuff, which got a lot more attention. I'm not sure if that's 100% true. I'll probably have to fact check that, but he got a lot of attention really quickly, and over a couple of days, he was blowing up. More and more attention growing to him, and he was getting recognized by a bunch of Nintendo news articles. Also, people are showing that and all that stuff. So this guy got really popular just since he was like us. He just wanted to play Ultimate, but the only problem is that he probably wouldn't make it till then. But then just a couple of days later, I believe on the 21st, once again, not believe, I have my calendar right here, all the days. Yeah, on September 21st, two Nintendo representatives came to his house, or maybe not his house, I don't know where he was, but they came to where he was, and brought the Smash Ultimate demo. That was mind-blowing to me also, because Nintendo has never done anything like that. They've never gone to someone that had a problem just to let them play a game. It was truly mind-blowing. So he apparently got to play the Smash demo for a couple of hours and all that, and that sounded like the greatest freaking thing. We really, as a community, I felt like we won. We actually did something. I helped some people achieve something they wanted, I guess. I don't know how I'm supposed to word this. It's just, now I have to say the rest, don't I? Alright, September 25th. That day, Chris Taylor, he lost the battle to cancer. This is so uncomfortable for me to say. I was kind of heartbroken. On that day, I was kind of heartbroken on Twitter when I first saw that, because I was rooting for this guy. I was so happy for him that he got to play Smash Ultimate before it was too late. And just a couple of days later, he was gone. I mean, I'm just kind of happy that he got to play it, but it's just, I don't know. A lot of people gave condolences to him and his family, and just, yeah, that's a topic. Anyway, this is hard to get back on my feet here. Okay. Anyway, so September. Well, actually, no, I skipped right over this, but September 22nd, in between where all the Chris Taylor stuff was happening, they announced a Super Smash Bros. Tailgate tour thing, which is still happening to this day, I believe, where I went to a bunch of select colleges and just brought this giant truck where a bunch of people can play Smash Ultimate on the truck. I believe they gave out pins and hats and stuff. Maybe not hats. Maybe hats. I don't know. I know they had pins. But just, a bunch of college students could go play Smash Ultimate. So that was pretty cool. I believe there's still one more on January 1st. I don't actually know the location. It says TBD. It says Teams TBD, which I'm assuming the TBD means to be determined. And so there's no location yet. I don't know the location, but I don't know. Maybe they'll update it eventually, so just check back on that later, I guess. But yeah, so January 1st, something's probably going to still happen with that, but so far, yeah, there's just a tailgate tour. They went to a bunch of colleges. Anyways, what was next? Let me check. Ooh, this is a fun one. The Grinch leak. So, anyways, around October 24th or 23rd, there was a guy that took a Snapchat picture, and it was just a bunch of promotional items for the Grinch in Smash Bros. Ultimate, and all it said was, I believe, F Nintendo. I don't know if that's 100% true. I'm just going off translators here, but supposedly it said F Nintendo. So, anyways, so what they did was just take a picture of some promotional stuff, and there was this little thing on the side. I believe it was like a little wrapper for a hand fan. And if you zoom in on the picture they have for Smash Ultimate, it shows like the whole giant banner we already know about, with all the characters on it. But there was one small thing people noticed. It wasn't just the characters we knew about. There were some other characters that weren't announced. Specifically, on there was Shadow, Ken, Isaac, Mach Rider, Geno, Chorus Kids, and of course, Banjo-Kazooie. And now you guys are probably thinking like, oh, come on, there's leaks every day. This is probably just another fake one. And I believe that too, but the funny thing is there was a lot of info backing this up. There was a lot of information. So in the very corner, since it was Snapchat, like you could see the guy's name, and he tried to blur it out, but it wasn't a very good job. So people were apparently able to read it, and they looked up this guy's name, and they found a LinkedIn account, like an old LinkedIn account that was connected to a bunch of people and a business. And apparently this business was a promotional artwork agency in, I think, France, maybe. And that company has worked with Bandai Namco, the company that is working with Nintendo for promotional reasons, like all the promotional business. So that added up so conveniently that a lot of people were thinking, like, this could possibly be real, because once again, it's not like someone just made all this stuff up. They can't make up a business that worked with Bandai Namco and make up this guy's LinkedIn, even though, like, it was older. Like, this was an old LinkedIn before even Smash Ultimate was announced. So, it was just such a weird connection that, like, people thought this could be real. So, for, like, the next couple of days, I think, like, the next week, people were going back and forth. Is this real? Is it fake? Could it be real? Could it be fake? It was just a whole confusing thing. No one knew what it could, if this was real or fake or not. And the only way to find out was wait for the next direct, where the last few characters would be announced. So we waited and waited until November 1st. That's when the last Smash Direct came out. And oh boy, that was an experience. Because they started off showing one new character, Ken. They showed off Ken, which was in the leak. So people were thinking, the leak's real. It has to be real. There's no option. It had to be real. But then right after Ken was announced, someone came from the shadows. Incineroar! And Incineroar just debunked the whole entire leak. The leak was fake. It was all fake. It was just mind-blowing. Just when I first saw that, I'm like, the leak's fake. Because so many people were believing for so long this leak had to be real. There was just too much evidence. And the second it was not real, people were freaking blown away. Also, funny enough, 2 assist trophies and that direct also were Isaac and Shadow. I'm not sure if Sakurai did that on purpose, but that was pretty funny, Sakurai, if you did that on purpose to make fun of people that believe that leak was real. I'm not sure if that was his intention at all, but, it's funny. So anyway, so Incineroar just completely debunked that whole leak. So the direct went on as it should, and then later in, we saw our first DLC character, Piranha Plant. I know, you guys are probably confused as I am. Why Piranha Plant? And I don't know either. He's in the game now, though. A freaking plant. Well, as DLC, so we gotta wait a little bit. But, he's quote-unquote in the game. So anyways, once again, the direct went on as usual afterwards. And at the very end, there was one last thing. Of course, at every direct, there's gotta be that one last thing that blows us away. And it did. So there's one last thing. It was there's one cutscene where all the Smash characters are standing on edge, and we see this a wide open area. And it was just a bunch of master hands. And people were so confused at that point because we've always believed there's just one master hand, one crazy hand. That's it. Nothing else. But no, there were hundreds. There were so many. And they just all started fusing together and stuff. And bam, giant freaking lasers. I don't know what that was about, but giant freaking lasers. And all the Smash characters just started dying, one after the other, dead. So then we cut to Kirby and just barely survives. I don't know how he did. But then right after he did, we see him falling from the sky right afterwards. And just the music kicks in. And it was just beautiful. It was the first time we heard the lyrics with music. And it was just mind-blowing. Just the song was freaking amazing. Heck, I'm pretty sure people already have the whole entire song memorized. So, yeah, I mean, that happened. People were mind-blown. And now we move on to the next event that happened. It was another small thing, but on November 10th, a Smash Ultimate demo was released in select malls. I believe there was like 12. Now, I actually have a whole video on this because I got to go to one since one was actually pretty close to me. So, once again, the little eye icon in the corner, just click on that and just watch that video. Well, don't watch it yet. Watch it later, but, you can watch it sometime. But anyway, so that all happened. And then, I believe November 23rd, I don't know why I keep saying I believe. Once again, I have the calendar right here, but November 23rd, Smash Ultimate was leaked. Actually this time. It wasn't just oh, look, this is a real thing or something. No, someone had the game. Someone had the full-on game with the box and everything. Now, what apparently happened was some game store was selling the Smash Ultimate copies out, even though it was a couple weeks early. Just, they were selling them for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not even sure if they checked to see when they were supposed to release them, but, they gave them out and someone bought it. So someone already had the game in their possession and started playing it. And one thing led to another, and the game was on the internet ready for download for anyone to buy, to get. And that was kind of just the fall of all the hype for this game. It was just a complete and utter fall because now thousands of people have the game before it's even released. A couple weeks before it was even supposed to be released. And I felt so bad for Sakurai at this point because 2 weeks before the game was supposed to come out, and everyone already had the game. I just felt so bad for him because he put his blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. No joke. The man, here, I'll show something on screen, but, he's been working so hard. I'm pretty sure he almost fainted once. Or maybe that was, a different time, but he works hard. The man works until he can't work anymore. So, I felt so bad for Sakurai. After working so hard, all his work just is gone. It's all just thrown in the trash. People already have the game for free. With a download. They just download it off the internet, hack their little Switch with a freaking paperclip, and bam, have the game. Remember when Super Smash Bros. Brawl was going to be the last game of the series? Good times. That was not planned. So, that was the prehistory of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Isn't that funny? Only the prehistory. We got years upon years this game is going to be out and people are going to be talking about it. I don't know what's going to happen. If this much happened before the game was even out, let's see what happens when the game is out. Well, technically speaking, people already have the game. Legally or not, they have it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. That is all. Goodbye. I did the same thing again. How do I do that 2 times in a row?